Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, dog whistles on the internet are kind of a weird subject. Um, if you don't know what they are, a real dog whistle, if you've never used one, it makes a sound that people can't hear, but a dog can. If you know what you're listening for, you can hear it. So, a dog whistle on the internet usually means that. It almost could seem like an inside joke. Normal people don't know what it means, but there are people who are listening for it and they know what you're saying if you say it. Seems kind of weird, but recently we've had, I think, a good example of how dog whistles go wrong. Um, Kanye West was interviewed by Tim Pool on his Timcast show, and they gets thrown around. Kanye West is talking about how they are controlling him. And Tim Pool says when we say they, we aren't talking about the same thing. Because when Kanye West is saying it, or I guess Kanye West recently, for some people it's going to be recently, for other people who've been paying attention to what he's been saying, it's longer than that. But the they that he's talking about is Jewish people, business owners and stuff like that. And Tim Pool, when he says they, is also talking about corporate business owners and the elites and the globalists. But they will always mean something else to certain people. If you've ever seen the parentheses echo posting, that's what all that is. And to someone who doesn't know what three parentheses around a word means, it just passes them by. But there are people who are looking for it, and that's where the dog whistle comes from. But with someone like Kanye West, he doesn't use dog whistles. He's got a bullhorn out here just screaming this stuff out. And that's a problem for a lot of these, frankly, people who make money off of this stuff. These propagandists. I think a really good example is Jordan Peterson. He's all on his Twitter right now talking about how anti-Semites are the canaries in the coal mine when you know things are going wrong. But Jordan Peterson himself peddles an anti-Semitic theory. His cultural Marxism or postmodern neo-Marxism, whatever he wants to call it now, is just a rebranding of cultural Bolshevism. His they is the leftist Marxists that are in control of everything, in corporate HR departments and in the boards of Twitter and social media that are silencing free speech and stuff like that. To him, it's Marxists. That's his they. But anybody else who hears him talk about postmodern neo-Marxism probably are hearing something else. That's why you get a lot of people who say Jordan Peterson's a Nazi, because they see cultural Marxism and understand that this is a rebranding of cultural Bolshevism. And not to mention, too, when you get into these really far right-leaning people who genuinely have this whole they thought where they think that Jewish people control everything, whenever you start talking about communism or Marxism to them, they'll bring up that Marx's parents and lineage is Jewish. They'll use that to discredit him. So, I say it's all connected. I think it's a good thing that these dog whistles are dying, because it should be very obvious what people mean when they're talking. So, give that one good thing Kanye did, is he makes it harder for these schemers to hide. You have to be honest now about the heinous things you believe. So, I don't think this will change much for their discourse. I think any of these right-wing propagandists are still gonna peddle their fear around, but maybe they'll be more blatant, and maybe that'll be an eye-opener for some of their more moderate audience, but who knows what's gonna happen. But I guess until next time, y'all try to have a good day.